Hi, this is Rona from Intuitive Arts. Welcome to Spring Awakening 108-Day Adventure, Day 52. And today we're going to make a lilac oxymel. I will show you how to make it. And the benefits are said to be it helps boost the immune system and helps release emotional trauma. Okay? So let's begin with the opening practice, hands to heart. Inhaling deeply, exhaling completely. Inhaling all the way into the bottom of your lungs, all the way up to the top. Side to side. Front to back. And as I am sitting here and I have lilacs next to me, which is one of my favorite plants, I'm going to inhale the scent of the lilac. And it helps me to be very present in the moment. And for me, it brings me a lot of good feelings. So I'm going to help this being present in the moment and paying attention to my breath. Do one more breath. And now in order to continue to expand our energy field, inhale up, exhale open, inhale back to heart. Inhale up, exhale open, palms up, turn your palms down, inhale back to heart. One more time on your own. And breathe. Now imagine that you are channeling energy up from the earth, down from spirit, to meeting at your heart, and you are channeling or sending out or sharing healing energy to any person, place, or thing that might benefit from it. A few more seconds. Hands back to heart. Thank you so much for coming. So welcome to today. So I grow a lot of herbs and plants. I do it organically, and I forage, which means I go looking for wild plants, and I often make things. I've gone to school to do that, so I somewhat know what I'm doing. And one of my favorite things to make is lilac oxymel. Now, where I live, I'm probably a day or two late as far as picking the lilac. So if you're in this vicinity, you might, depending on when your lilac tree blooms, you might be right on time, might be a drop late. So it's best to pick some lilacs when right before, a day before it peaks. You see, it's a little bit after, or the day of peaking. I'm about a day late. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a jar, and I sterilize it. I put it through the dishwasher to sterilize it. And you're going to fill your jar up halfway with apple cider vinegar. And I always use organic. So apple cider vinegar, I'm going to pour it in my jar. I'm going to fill it up halfway. And then I'm going to pick out the buds to the lilac, and I'm going to put them in the jar. So they're going into the apple cider vinegar. So it ends up getting filled a little bit more than halfway. So once I do that, I have apple cider vinegar, lilacs. I'm going to swoosh it around, And then I'm going to make sure that the lilacs are submerged in the apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to leave it for about an hour because I want the apple cider vinegar to draw out the nutrients and all the good stuff from the lilac flowers. Once that's done, I'm going to take, and I use raw honey. I'm going to take honey, and I'm covering the label on purpose because I don't think I'm allowed to show labels. I'm going to take raw honey, and I'm going to pour it into my jar so it's filled up. It's about doubled. If the apple cider vinegar was here, I'm going to fill it up to about here. And then I'm going to gently swish it around to mix it up. After that, I'm going to cover my jar, and I did this a few days ago. I did this a few days ago. I'm going to cover my jar, and I use the metal lids, and sometimes they rust, so I put parchment paper or a coffee filter through, and I'm going to cover my jar. I'm going to label it with the date, and I'm going to keep it here. This is what it looks like for a few weeks. And every day I'm going to smush it around because I want to make sure that the lilacs are staying underneath the, it's called the menstruum. And after about 3 weeks or so, I'm going to strain out the lilac flowers. And then I have something called a lilac oxymel, which I actually made last year. And what I do is I take a spoonful every day. And what I've read the benefits are that it helps boost the immune system and that it just really helps you feel good. So I open up my jar, take a spoonful, and that's what I have. And I also try using it if I feel like I'm getting sick. And for me, I've heard it's an immune booster and it really seems to help. So if it's lilac season where you are, try to do it. If not, maybe next year. But I just wanted to bring this to you because it's just a really good homemade, healthy, organic way to help you be in balance and to be healthy. So try it and let me know how that is. Thank you so much for coming, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.